keep your distance.
What are you doing? What are you?
Engaging.
Engaging what?
Maths.
Bro, there's a... Watch out for that van. Watch out for that. Hey, bro, watch out for that. Watch out for the... You alright, man?
I'm not wrong.
What? Where are we going?
We're going to a place that means something to me.
Place that means something to you. What kind of meaning we talking? We talking spiritual? Sentimental?
Yeah.
And which one?
Spiritually sentimental.
What? Are you religious?
You could say that.
Yeah?
I despise religion.
Why?
Because I am one. Have you heard the story of the Pope and the sugar cane?
No. Tell me about the Pope and the sugar cane, bro.
Okay. The Pope never meant anything to anyone in the Christian church, right?
Yeah.
This whole story of watering the wine was one thing. Pope, what he did, he used sugar cane and made rum. And obviously everyone thought, you must have a little back and forth with this guy who makes water into wine. Pope said yeah.
And then what happened?
Catholicism. That's how it started.
Is this it?
Nope.
Oh.
So tell me more about yourself.
I'm just a guy who does things. I carry things from point to point. I go to point A, I pick it up, whatever it may be. Once I've walked a distance between point A and point B, that's when I get to point B, and that's when it gets real interesting.
Okay.
Because when I get to point B, that's my job done, you think, right? But actually, it's only halfway done, because I have to then walk back to point A and let them know that the thing they want is at point B. But they wanted it at point B, so that's all right. And then sometimes they don't believe me, so I have to go back. I'm back at point A. I have to go back to point B again. I gotta get proof. Sometimes okay. I take a picture on my phone, which now that I think about it, I could use to call them. And then I walk back to point A. I show them a photo, and it's done.
It's as short and simple as that, huh?
I wouldn't say simple. There's hazards to the job.
There's lizards?
Sometimes, but they're only one of the hazards that I may or may not face, depending on the kind of job it is. One time I was in the Andes, and the point B was the Andes, the rock formation. And point A was my home in Wisconsin, and then I had to get a plane. Halfway through the journey, the plane crashed.
Oh.
And I ended up what I like to call point A, point 5.
So you implemented the point system.
I put points within the points so I could know exactly where it was that I was going from point to point. And in this case, the points made a triangle because there was 3 of them. Point A, point 5, and point B. And then I got to the Andes after swimming, mainly. And eventually I did get there, and I didn't speak Indonesian, so I couldn't get past border control. And that's when I had to join. Now, the word terrorist cell is thrown around a lot these days. I like to call them freedom fighters. So I joined this small group of militant.
You look like a freedom fighter.
I'm just the delivery guy. And I joined this cell, this group, and one of them, Haji, he was the leader. Haji was the leader, and he told me, he said, son, I said, I'm not sure. And he said, we're gonna have to break through this border. And I said, how are we gonna do that? And he says, well, son, and I said, he brought out an RPG, and he said, I bought this from one of your kind. And when he said that, I assumed he meant delivery men, so I then assumed Amazon. So he used a rocket launcher to blow a hole in the water. That was his first plan. He was going to shoot the sea, create a hole, and then we can dig under the sea and go around. But what happened was, and none of us saw this coming, is when he shot the rocket into the water, it parted, and then it formed back again. That was their only rocket. So I got through the border because I got arrested by the Andes border, the Indonesian border control. And I used the Yiddish to speak to one of the nearby guards, and I convinced him that I had fallen in love with him, and that if he let me out, we could run away together. This didn't work. He was married. But then he got divorced 3 months later, and then it worked. So I killed him, and I went and I took his uniform and I became him. And I wore his uniform, and I took myself to the evidence depot. I got my package. I got to the point B, the Andes. I completed the isosceles triangle. Then, back to point A it was. That's a story for another time.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit about yourself there, huh?
I make music unsuccessfully.
Okay.
You wouldn't have heard anything I do.
What is something that you've done? Could you give us an example?
No. And I'm working with this director for a film.
What kind of work are you doing with the film?
I'm scoring it.
Like out of 10?
That's what I thought at first. Route 101. If you want a job, gotta lie.
So your message to the people is?
If ever you're approached by someone who wants to make a film and they need someone to score it, say yes, and then when it's too late, they'll make it a decent silent film, which might be better for everyone. If I remember correctly, I received my mother's at the time bill for my birth.
Oh,
as a child, that was my first little thing. My first piece of existence was fronting the bill.
Sorry.
It's all right, mate.
It's all right.
So yeah, don't face your fears. Run from them. Don't look back unless you need to look forward. Leave no stone unturned except stones you can't turn. Plant seeds by chopping down trees. Why build when you can break? Air is just us. Writing on the walls of the oppressing stools. Do something with that. Don't look back when you have no time to look forward. You know, there's no such thing as the past if you're always in the past. Don't work, but not in a job capacity. I'm talking in a global, spherical, transitional capacity.
You don't mind me asking, where are you transmissioning from, and where are you transmissioning to?
From employment to unemployment. When the money's loose, there's a point where it becomes more about the money, less about the truth.
What is it that you want out of life?
To end it.
Where is it that you're taking us?
Have you ever heard the expression, don't ask, don't tell?
Yes.
That was me trying to change the subject.
So it's a surprise.
A surprise? Somewhere you've already been. No. You can try and discover what you're about through externality. There's some places where you can only look at within. This is the place where I'm taking you.
Yeah.
And in a sense, this is a place where you're taking me. I become violent in the woods, and I want to see just how violent I can get. It's good to be with someone else, because normally I'm just shooting trees, rabbits, cutting myself. And now I have you. Hey!
Oh God.
Hey, you disappeared a bit there, huh?
No, so
Hey, man. Hey. Hey. You ran off a bit, I'm not gonna lie. Got my adrenaline running a bit. I think this is the most violent I've ever felt in my life.
No.
Now I'm exhausted as well, now I'm angry.
No,
but I'm also loving it, I'm also happy.
It's okay. I
I'm
went
so twisted right now in the mind because of what you've just done.
I went to pee. Should we keep going to the place?
Well, I think you're nearly there. So how's this documentary going for you?
I would like my camera back. I'd like to go home.
I know. You read the contract?
What contract?
The contract that we made you sign. That you signed voluntarily.
What contract?
The contract. You are
God damn it.
Hey, we got cameras everywhere, man.
There's only one camera. What is he talking about? I'm sorry. I won't run again.
What is that?
Is it a leaf?
It's a shark tooth. Another shark tooth.
Where did you
From a shark.
Sorry. Back. Are we nearly there?
Oh, we were. I haven't done my Tai Chi practices today. So it might be a little bit groggy. Sorry. You were saying.
Never mind.
Isn't nature beautiful?
Yeah, it's. I really like the presence of life and things that live freely.
I think the most beautiful thing about life is just like that, it can be taken away.
And by that you mean?
It's very easy for me to pluck a flower out the ground or snap someone's neck in two. Lights on, lights off.
Have you ever killed anyone?
Have I ever taken a man's life?
Or a woman or a child? I'm not excluding anyone.
Have I ever killed someone? That's a good question. I drink so much that I don't know what I've done and what I haven't anymore. But according to police files, yeah, I guess maybe I have. But I haven't. And I resent the question, and I'm struggling to think about how you came up with it. Just out the blue like that. I've got a question for you. Have you ever been killed?
No.
Is that a stupid question?
I guess.
Not as stupid as your question. Next question.
What's your name?
My name is Ray.
It sounded like you were going to say something else.
Just Ray. Can't disclose my surname. I've seen it all, I've done it all. But not according to my lawyer. I didn't see anything, I didn't do anything with my lawyer.
I'm just going to go out on a limb here and assume done it all means killed some. What's that?
My medication.
Can I ask you something?
You have been all day.
Why did you pay me and the network to come down here and interview you? You said you wanted to do a piece on some breaking news?
Yeah, there's gonna be something that you're not gonna want to miss. Come on.
I was peeing.
Not the first time you've had to go pee. Need to get that bladder checked out, so.
I would, but I can't afford the doctor.
Can't afford the doctor. Can't afford the doctor. Well, sorry. Flew off the handle a bit there. Just take medication, all be good, all be good. We're not far. So, any dark stories you want to tell me?
Yeah. This one time I was hired to do an interview on a guy who said he had some breaking news.
Kind of like this one.
Yeah. And I ended up in a forest in the middle of nowhere. A squirrel. Saw a squirrel.
Got good eyesight, man.
Yeah, 2020. 2020.
Where's your t-shirt read there, son?
Oh, this?
Yeah.
This t-shirt?
That one there, yeah.
You don't want to know what this one says.
Kind of curious.
You don't want to know.
I can make out a couple of the words.
You don't know what this. Okay, all right, okay. It says, live forever. Live forever. That's all it says. It's
There's
just
something below that.
Huh?
I saw some other writing.
No, it just says, live forever.
Yeah, let's have a look.
No, it's
Live forever.
It just says,
Die.
live long.
Die whenever.
No, it says die whenever. It's German for live forever.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Could become relevant for the whole story. You know, good day to wear that t-shirt, huh?
Yeah.
Live forever. Die. I like that. Die whenever. You know, 10 years, 10 days. Tonight. So, just there.
Here?
Just there.
We're
Live forever, die whenever, huh?
yeah, on a t-shirt. Where is
What's the point of wearing something you don't live to or die to?
well, your shirt says kamikaze love. How many planes have you crashed?
This is the spot.
What's that? Is this the breaking news? Huh?
Yeah.
You know what I've had about up to here with all of this storytelling, threats, and you tell me you got breaking news.
Yeah.
And
The breaking news is, it's okay to be alive. Thank you.
Oh, that was really, really kind. I wasn't.